Big time legend alert. We've got joining us. So Tony, thanks for hopping on here today. And how's it going?
It's good. I'm super excited. I'm back with Bagel Bites after 17 years.
Yeah, so that we wanted to talk to you about that because that's a company that I love, cherish, admire. I've written about Bagel Bites extensively throughout my career. So how about you tell us what you've got going on with them? I know you got a new campaign going called the Rad Dad Squad.
Yeah, so basically, well, it's funny because I was with them a while ago, and now I'm with them more in the context of being a father as a skater as well. And so we're just trying to honor and recognize other dads who are really involved with their kids, who really play with them, who get goofy. Yeah, I mean, I like to consider myself a rad dad, but I feel like there are many rad dads out there that probably fly under the radar, don't get a lot of recognition, and we're here to give them a little more support, give them some validation, and some of the winners will actually be invited to come to my office for a full pizza party and skate session.
Yeah. So real quick question here, because I'm not a dad myself, but what about people who want to live the rad dad lifestyle, but just haven't procreated at the moment? Are they still considered rad dads?
Well, I say if you're supporting kids and you really are giving them the tools and giving them guidance, you're kind of a dad by proxy. So I would say it's not just about being an older person and getting into young stuff. I think it's more about really supporting children and their interests and their dreams. And so you can, there are plenty of sort of surrogate dads, stepdads, and big brothers and things like that. So why not? I mean, that qualifies for sure. If you're helping kids get through life and you're really engaging them, then you're a dad by default.
Yeah. So, I mean, right there, I think that I identify as a rad dad. Real quick. So while we're talking about Bagel Bites, so this is an idea that I've had for a while now, and I just want to run it by you. So how would you feel about a restaurant that like strictly serves frozen food? So like on the menu, we've got Bagel Bites, Hot Pockets, Kraft mac and cheese. Is that something that, as a Bagel Bites guy yourself, would that be something that you're interested in?
Yeah, sure. I think it'd be fun. I mean, it's fun to sort of mix up gourmet with frozen foods anyway. I've seen really high-end restaurants using Spam. Like, that's not a lie. And so I think that it'd be fun to do maybe very unique flavors of Bagel Bites, unique toppings, and do that in a restaurant scenario. Sure, let's do it. Let's get on it.
Yeah, I think we could class it up too. Like we could put, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Some people will put like a chicken nugget in between two Bagel Bites, and it's like, boom, right there. You've got like a chicken parm slider. So, I think you probably have some more money than me. So if you want to kind of co-own this place with me, this could be a partnership right there.
Okay, cool. Well, I think the first order of business for me and in terms of my friends and family would be to make a vegan option. So vegan Bagel Bites at the restaurant.
Yeah, I've had some plant-based chicken nuggets before, and the vegans have figured it out. So I think that's something that we could definitely make work.
Cool. Well, let me know when we're going to have the planning committee, and I'm in.
Yeah. So another thing I want to talk to you about, and maybe there would be a way that we could work both of these things together into one venture. So real quick, I just want to talk to you about your video game series. A huge part of our childhood growing up. So, I'm 27 right now. This is something that I've thought about for maybe 20 or so years. So, and I'm really excited to get an answer for this one. So this is big. So if you ever play your own video games, do you put the perfect balance cheat code in, or the moon gravity, or do you just play straight up?
While I was always tempted to use those cheats, I never did, only because I knew that when I was out in the world, people would challenge me to play my own video game, and I would feel bad turning on cheats to do such a thing. So I was able to play every game all the way through without cheating.
That's the exact answer that I was hoping for. Tony Hawk, a man of integrity, does not throw cheat codes in his own game.
It's true. I mean, hey, it's fun. You know, it's fun to explore like that, but you just don't feel as accomplished when you got perfect balance and the guy's not really wavering at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some great combo scores, but again, you're taken away from the integrity of the game. So I'm glad that you've stayed strong on that one. Real quick, so then moving away from the game a little bit, one of my favorite running things on Twitter right now, following you, is your encounters with people who see you in public, kind of know who you are, but don't quite piece it all together. So this is another thing that I've written about extensively so far in my career. So your interactions with people who like kind of know who you are, but just don't quite get it right there on the spot. So one, can you talk to me a little bit about some of those interactions? But then also, I feel like that's kind of like it's almost probably better for it to be that way as opposed to just getting like. You've been famous for so long now, so I feel like.
Yeah, I think, well, the misconception is that somehow I expect to get recognized, and that is never the case. I really, it doesn't matter to me if people know who I am or not. Obviously I'm honored that they do, but and so I'm not complaining in that sense. I'm just giving an honest transcript of my interactions, and those are the real interactions. And a lot of times they happen in airports because that's where they check your ID. So that's where people look at my ID, and my legal name is Anthony. I've never been called Anthony, but that's what's on my ID. And so when people look at it, that's their confusion usually in the first place. And then some people who know who I am have figured out already. Some people who think they know who I am, but realize or see my face and it's older than they expect because they only knew me as a video game character 20 years ago. So that's usually where the confusion lies. And it happened yesterday. I went to a restaurant and this woman said, "Hey, Tony Hawk, what are you doing here?" And I said, oh, it's just, I'm in town. I heard this restaurant's good. And she's like, "That's crazy. You're here." And her husband behind her was like, "I don't know who Tony Hawk is." And he looks at me and says that. And I'm like, "I don't expect you to. I don't know. Like, I don't understand how to, like, how do I engage this conversation?" Those are the kind of situations that I'm more trying to share with people because they're funny and awkward, and I don't mind.
Yeah, well, it's perfect for the internet, especially for Twitter. So I'm really glad that you share all those with everybody. So hey, real quick before I let you go here, because you're a busy guy, you probably you got plenty of stuff on your plate right now, probably plate filled with Bagel Bites. But again, just can you tell people how to get involved with the Rad Dad Squad? And again, you don't need to be a dad yourself. It's probably preferred, but if you identify as a
yeah.
Get involved campaign.
True. Yeah. I mean, well, definitely at least some kids that you're supporting should be included in the post. But basically, we want people to share their Rad Dad moments on social with the hashtag Rad Dad Squad and also hashtag sweepstakes, because that's gonna qualify you to actually be part of this campaign, and that's how we're gonna choose winners. But just share your moments, the moments where you really are engaging with your kids, the sort of, bite-sized little snippets that are fun, that show that you're fun, goofy, you're engaged, that you're supportive. And we're going to pick winners to actually come here where I am right now in my office. And we're going to do a skate session and a pizza party. So I'm excited to get to meet some of these dads face to face.
All right. Well, hey, that sounds like a great. We appreciate the time, and you're hoping that another pro skater's in the works at some point in the future.
Me too. Cool, man. Thank you.